Today on Mysterious Morsels, we're talking about superstitions. The Wheel in the Sky, not just a great song by Journey, but also the idea that there's this constantly turning wheel that is fortune's wheel. And it's always spinning, always turning, always tipping in one direction or another for or against us. Some people call it fate. There's certainly lots of references to eyes all throughout culture, whether it's the Ojo de Dios in Spanish, the eye of God, or whether it's a third eye, or we're dealing with chakras, or even the eye on the back of the dollar bill with the pyramid. Eyes are very prevalent. In Italian, to have a malocchio, a bad or evil eye, is never a good thing. So, firstly, most of the Mediterranean cultures or Romance languages have their own belief, or even just set of typical answers to the simple question, how are you? And in America, it's interesting when you ask somebody, how are you? You often are met with a question, how are you? And they say, how are you back? Sometimes they'll say fine or okay or whatever, but around the United States English, it's people being silly or, oh, living the dream, fantastic. But if you're talking to Europeans or people of European descent, very typically, when asked the question, how are you, you'll be met with an answer that's so-so, or, in French, comme ça, or así in Spanish, or más o menos in Spanish, or non c'è male in Italiano, the idea that it's not bad. And you never really hear too much of good or great or bad. And the theory behind that is that if you're saying that you're doing very well, excellent, wonderful, you're bragging. And you are tempting fate. You're tempting fortune's wheel as if to say, look at me, I'm doing great, I'm doing well. And you're not, almost as a brag or to tempt, to say, nanny nanny boo boo, if you will, that I'm going to be better off than you are, and isn't that a shame because I'm doing fantastic. On the flip side, if you choose to be negative and you say, oh, I'm doing poorly, I'm doing bad, that's kind of on the negative as well, because not only is it negative vibes, but you're complaining. At that point, you are not somebody anyone wants to listen to, because you're complaining and being negative, and no one wants to hear that, because everyone has some form of trouble or some difficulty. So at that point, it's like, pity me, woe is me, feel bad for me. So the objective is to always sort of straddle that horizon with that idea of not bad, like it's okay, so I'm all right, I'm just regular humdrum. And the theory is that the balance of the wheel is the key, that wheel of fortune is always in balance, and that it's not a problem for tempting fate. It is very similar to just keeping, a boat or an airplane or any kind of transportation even. So you don't want to tip anything. You're not tipping boats, tipping wings, capsizing, nothing like that. And it just happens to be you wouldn't want to capsize your life. So the wheel in the sky is definitely always there and always present. If you like this type of content, scare the like button into turning blue and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching.